Hey everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World Electronics. I have some exciting progress here on my lab bench. This is my little Arduino microcomputer, and, well, there he is, right there. I have extended my system to be able to control 3 cryptocurrency mining rigs based on the power coming in from the sun on my solar powered cryptocurrency mining farm. So what I have now, I'm talking quiet because my daughter's sleeping. What I have now is a voltmeter, digital voltmeter, which reads in right now 0 to 5 volts, but when I'm back on the mining farm and putting this into operation, it's going to read the actual voltage on the battery bank, the solar powered battery bank at any given time. But on the test bench I'm using 0 to 5 volts. And I have the ability now to turn on or off up to 3 mining rigs based on the voltage coming in. Now, what I've got, how I've set this up, sorry for the jerkiness, switching hands. As the voltage rises coming into the battery bank, as the sun shines and the solar power increases, the voltage rises. I'm going to kick on mining rig number 1. I'm going to keep that LED indicator always on to show me. So what we'll have is the blue LED will flash momentarily, turning on, pressing the power button of the computer. Literally, physically, pressing the power button on the motherboard of mining rig number 1. Then we pause 2 minutes waiting for that computer to boot up and start mining. Then we check the voltage again coming in from the solar panels on the battery bank. If it reaches another threshold point again where we say, okay, we have enough power coming in to run that mining rig, mining full blast, we still have enough power coming in, we'll kick on mining rig number 2. The blue light will flash showing me that I have connected the power button. The relays, I only have 2 on right now, but I'm short one pin, so I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, mining rig number 2, power button will be pressed, connecting that relay, physically turning on the power button on the motherboard. Computer will boot up, pause 2 minutes, check the voltage again. If the voltage reaches that high threshold again, we'll fire up another mining rig, and so on and so on. I'll be able to, with multiplexers here, which I'm experimenting with on the side, or shift register, whichever you want to call it, I will be able to control up to 8 computers with this one Arduino at one time, based on the voltage coming in. And I can probably expand that later if I need to. But for now, having 8 computers is plenty for this. The amount of solar power I have and everything else, I'm not sure if I can even handle 8 computers on 5,000 watts of solar panels, so we'll see. Anyway, so it's really cool. Now I'm going to demonstrate. Let me see if I can do this holding the camera and showing you everything. I might set this on a tripod, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to set this up on the tripod. It'll be so much more stable for you to watch everything going on and me to explain everything. Now I hope you can see my display well enough. I took off the foil that was protecting it. So I have all 3 rigs on, but let's turn the voltage down to below the threshold, and one by one the rig should shut off. Oops, we have an error. That one should have shut off next. And that one will shut off next. It should after 10 seconds. The first one stayed on, we have a problem. So I have to fix that. Correction, that was the 3rd in order, so I have to change the order of things. It doesn't matter, but I want to go 1, 2, 3 on, 1, 2, 3 off, 3, 2, 1. I want to go on in order of 1, 2, 3 and turn them off 3, 2, 1. This one is out of order, no big deal. I have to move a piece of code around. But watch as I turn them on in order, they're going to come on in order. Turning off, it is working. I just have that one out of order. Not a problem. I'm going to increase the voltage. The sun is shining. and I'm just going to leave the voltage up. We'll demonstrate some different possibilities. Alright, for some reason this one's out of order. A minute ago it wasn't, but it's fine. It's going to work fine for the demonstration. I'll fix it in the program. I turn the voltage up high, sun rising. Now let's take, and a cloud is passing by. Oops, turn the voltage down, past the threshold. One goes off, then there's a 10-second delay, which is going to be a 2-minute delay in the real world. And then the other one's going to go off, and the cloud is still over, where our voltage is dropping, the batteries are sinking. So we want to shut off that third rig too after we check the voltage. Boom, all computers are off. We have a storm going over, the cloud stayed. All computers are off, we don't wreck the battery bank. The storm has passed, and the sun is shining again. And we hit that threshold, we turn on another mining rig. We pause, wait for that mining rig to fire up. In this case it's 10 seconds. Real world it's going to be 2 minutes. And we check the voltage and we say, okay, we can turn on another mining rig. And we wait for 2 minutes for that to boot up and start mining. We're going to check the voltage again, and the third rig turns on. We still have enough power and everything's good. Voltage is all good, all the rigs are mining. End of the day comes on, or let's say, end of the day. We'll go end of the day. We'll go to the next scenario. But I'm going through all possible scenarios here. Alright, so now we have end of the day, the sun is setting in the night sky, and we want to start shutting down those rigs because the battery voltage is sinking a little bit too low for our liking. We shut off one rig, we pause a couple minutes, and we're going to check the voltage again, and we're going to find it's too low, so we shut off the next rig, and we pause a few minutes, and we wait, and we check the voltage again, and we find out it's too low, so we're going to shut off that other rig. All done. Done for the night. All systems down, and no battery power wasted. Now this is going to be set at a threshold voltage that still allows us to continue charging the batteries before sunset. So the batteries will be brought back up to a certain level, but we're going to have a day-night sensor on here. After a certain time in the day, these are just going to stay off. So we won't have to worry about, we're going to bring those batteries back up before nightfall, get them back in float mode, make sure everything's happy on the battery bank so it doesn't get sulfated sitting there. So there is going to be a timer on here, day-night charger, but for now that's not done yet. I do have that one at home, which I'm going to show you later. Alright, next day I'm going to show you another scenario. Okay. Now I don't know why that is... Oh, I know why. Ah, yes. Okay, I've got to work on some programming here based on where we are in the loop of the program. Different computers will be triggered. So I've definitely got to set the programming. Now I understand exactly why. My programming is set to flow, but based on where I am in the loop at the time the voltage hits as I'm turning on computers, it might affect this differently in different order. So I definitely have to work on that. And I have a flow chart of sorts that I'm working on with my code. I'm going to change the code based on a flow chart I'm working on. So I'm going to simplify my code, and these will be turned on and off in full order. Anyway, alright, all the computers are running. A little cloud passes over, but we're still in daytime. The cloud passes over. Alright, voltage drops below the threshold. We want to kick off a mining rig. But then the voltage comes back up in the threshold area, and we're back in a stable battery range. Alright, so after 10 seconds, it's going to check the voltage again. Well, I turned it up too high. The computer came back on. Let me go back down. I want to hit that lower threshold and shut off one computer and demonstrate what happens if the sun is sort of setting. There's enough power in the solar panels to power 2 rigs, but not 3. Alright? We got one rig shut off. There's still enough power in the system. We can still run these 2 rigs. Alright? but with that third one, it's not enough to power that, so that's kicked off. So anywhere in this threshold range, anywhere in this range, those two computers are going to stay on, okay? Wherever in this certain range of voltage I've set. Let's say the sun starts sinking a little further, and the batteries, they lag, they start to slump a little bit, and boom, we shut off another rig, okay? Now again, depending on where in the program it is, I'll fix that. But it is working. We are turning it on and off computers one after another, and if the voltage stabilizes again, we're still in the range of good battery voltage. That computer is going to stay on as long as I leave that in this range, as long as the sun is shining, providing enough power to run that rig and still be charging the batteries. Alright, so where we have it, we have a fully functional, automated, solar-powered cryptocurrency mining farm. Right now I can turn on and off 3 mining rigs, fully automated. Obviously I've got to work on the programming code to get them in order, but it really doesn't matter as long as all 3 computers are being turned on and 3 computers are being turned off based on the power coming in at that time. Now obviously I want them in order because I'm going to have them labeled 1, 2, 3 and so on. Up to 8 computers eventually I'll be able to control with this one little Arduino. But it's working. We did see in the previous video that this relay does connect the power button of the motherboard and does turn a mining rig on and off at will. Now I've got to extend the capabilities. I've run out of pins, that's why this blue light is not blinking. I've run out of output pins on the little Arduino microcomputer, so I've got to use this shift register. I'm going to actually add 2 shift registers and give myself 16 outputs total, reducing the amount of pins used here, and be able to control up to 8 computers. Now, I don't even have to I can control up to 16 computers with 2 chips, but I do want to have that power indicator to show me which computers are on. I come into the mining farm, I glance here and I see, yes, those computers are on, and, you know, all is good. I could also bypass all that and program, instead of saying here battery voltage, I could do that and just say which computers are on. That might even be the wiser way to go. So showing computers 1 through whatever, then I can control up to 16 computers using this little Arduino and 2 external chips. I could control up to 16 computers all on this. So yeah, I'll probably change the programming, show the computer numbers here, so I'll have computer numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on, eliminating an LED, and just have the relays turning on and off. But for demonstration purposes, for me, for programming and coding purposes, I need to see these LEDs. So I'll eliminate them later on in further modifications to my code. But yeah, right now it's very good to have this visual, and it's helping me a lot. So there you have it, guys. So far we can control 3 computers from a single Arduino, and showing the battery voltage. I could control more computers with the Arduino by eliminating the display, but I definitely want that display. I want to see what's going on, and we're going to modify that and show which computers are on and off. Anyway, that'll be a future update. Pretty cool. It is working. This is going into the mining farm and it's going to put into operation this weekend. It will be running computers. It will be actively turning on and off 2 computers, even as it is now. And then later I can expand that circuitry and then update this from there. It works. It is going into operation. So stay tuned for updates, and keep watching to see this guy get put into real world use on the mining farm. Still have to turn on the day-night sensor so that those batteries can get into float mode. I'll be adding that this weekend probably as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, and follow these videos as we do set up the totally automated solar-powered cryptocurrency mining farm. I am going to be mining cryptocurrency for free using the power of the sun and getting free money. I can pay my bills with it. It's real. I don't care what people say. You can spend it. I don't care. I'm going to use it. Alright guys, click that bell icon. Make sure you get the notifications. Talk to you later. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World Electronics.